Hello students, welcome back to the classes. Today we are going to discuss some questions based upon accounting principles. We have studied different accounting principles which are used in maintaining the accounting and the accounting books. In this video we will discuss few questions based on those principles, concepts and conventions. The first question is, proprietor of a business is treated as a creditor to the extent of his capital under which concept? The question means that the owner of business is treated as a creditor. The owner is being treated as a creditor to the amount that he is invested into the business under which concept. So the answer will be business entity concept. Why? Because business entity concept state that owner and business have to be treated as two different entities, and the transactions will be recorded from business point of view. So the amount that the owner has invested will be treated as the amount given as loan by the owner into the business, so he will be treated as a creditor. Question number 2, during the year the company purchased ballpoint pen of 500 rupees. These were issued to the employees and was still in use at the end of the year. Which accounting concept follow in dealing with these items and how will be shown in the financial statements? अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है कि हमने पेन्स यूज़ किए हैं, 500 के पेन्स परचेज किए हैं, एम्प्लॉयज़ आर यूजिंग दैट्स और भी यूज़ में है वो. क्या ये अकाउंट्स में शो करने हैं, नहीं करने हैं तो कैसे करने हैं? सो देखिए, वी आर स्पेंडिंग 500 रुपीज़, ये हम अकाउंट्स में शो करेंगे. बट जो अमाउंट बेसिक आपका बच जाएगा, अभी कुछ पेन्स होंगे जो अनयूज हैं या पार्शली यूज हैं, सो क्या उनको हम रिमेनिंग एसेट्स की तरह शो करेंगे? द आंसर इज अ बिग नो. द टोटल 500 स्पेंड विल बी अज्यूम टू बी यूज विद इन द सेम ईयर एंड it will be shown as an expense of this year. This is due to the principle of materiality. That means only those information which are relevant or which are important will be shown in the books of accounts. The other things will be either clubbed or ignored. So the amount of pens that is remaining will not be shown as an asset, but the total amount of 500 will be shown as an expense. So materiality convention will be followed in dealing with this item. As per this concept, items having insignificant effect or being irrelevant to the user, a financial statement need not to be disclosed. If there is any information which is irrelevant, which is insignificant, that will not be disclosed. So even if there are some remaining pencils, remaining stationery, the whole amount, even then the whole amount will be treated as an expense and it will be debited to stationery account. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट आता है, a fire broke out in the premises of Kamal and destroyed a part of its plant and machinery. ठीक है, there's a person called Kamal who has a business and his fire broke out in that business and एक plant and machinery का part जो है destroy हो गया. That means it is not functional anymore. On account of this, a sharp decline in production for the next 6 months is expected. Now, it has been a big क्या कहते हैं explosion due to which the machinery has been destroyed severely and it is expected कि अगले 6 months तक production जो है काफ़ी कम रह पाएगा. The company didn't disclose the fact in its annual report. कंपनी ने अब ये बात जो है डिस्क्लोज नहीं करी है अपने एनुअल फैक्ट्स में. What is your opinion about this omission? कंपनी ने एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ वहाँ पर डिस्क्लोज नहीं करी, तो हमें अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बताना है. सो इट इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्ट. इस 6 मंथ्स अगर काम नहीं हो पा रहा है तो दैट इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्ट. that will affect the decision making of the investor. So it is a material information and it had to be disclosed according to the full disclosure principle. So if the company is not disclosing this fact, that means the company is hiding a material information and the company is not following the full disclosure principle. The company has violated the convention of full disclosure. Loss of plant is a material information and should have been disclosed. It is an important information और इसको डिस्क्लोज करना जो है वो कंपलसरी था, तो यहाँ पे एक प्रिंसिपल हमारा फॉलो नहीं हो रहा. Question 4 states a company has been charging depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on original cost method. Now it wants to change the method from original cost to diminishing balance method at the rate of depreciation being 15% per annum. Can it do so? अब यहाँ पे देखिए दो प्रिंसिपल्स अप्लाई होते हैं. First is the company wants to change the depreciation method. Earlier it was using original cost, now it wants to use diminishing balance method. Now the consistency principle states that the same technique should be used, same method should be used again and again, but it doesn't mean कि आप change नहीं कर सकते हो. You can change this also. You can change a method if you feel so, yeah, due to any reason you expect that it will give a better presentation, you can change the method. But in case you are changing the method, you have to clearly state the reason why you have changed the method. You have to mention the details what you have changed and what is the impact, what is the overall impact. ठीक है, तो जो प्रिंसिपल यहाँ पे अप्लाई हो रहा है दैट इज फुल डिस्क्लोजर. अकॉर्डिंग टू कंसिस्टेंसी हम चेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट इनकेस हम चेंज करते हैं तो अकॉर्डिंग टू फुल डिस्क्लोजर द ओवरऑल इफेक्ट हैज़ टू बी क्लियरली शोन. So as per consistency principle, the same policies should be used in every year. But in case the company is of the view to change the accounting policies due to certain reasons, the full disclosure principle would be applicable. The company need to show the overall effect and reason behind such change. कंपनी को दिखाना सब पड़ेगा. तो यहाँ पे दो प्रिंसिपल्स अप्लाई हो रहे हैं. कंसिस्टेंसी ये कहता है आप सेम फॉलो करो, लेकिन इन केस आप फॉलो नहीं करें तो फुल डिस्क्लोजर अप्लाई करेंगे कि आपको अपने चेंजेस को शो करना पड़ेगा. The last question is, a businessman receives an order for supply of goods worth rupees 22 lakh rupees. He is getting an order of 2 lakh rupees. He has received 25,000 rupees against order. Against this order, he has received how much? 25,000. The owner wants to record it as sale. जो 25,000 उसको record हुआ है, he wants to record it as sale. क्या वो सही है? Now he has only received the advance. He has not received the actual amount. The ownership has not been transferred, the property has not been transferred. तो यहाँ पे अभी actual sale नहीं हुई है. Sale happens when the ownership has been transferred, when the property and the goods have been transferred. So this is not sale. It is just an advance received against the order. So it cannot be recorded as sales. Due to which concept? Due to revenue recognition concept. ठीक है, वी विल रिकॉर्ड सेल्स ओनली व्हेन अ लीगल राइट टू डू सो हैव इमर्ज्ड. उससे पहले हम उसको एज सेल्स रिकॉर्ड नहीं कर सकते. So these were some questions based upon accounting principles. In the next video we will discuss further more things. Till then, take care and have a great day.